what are the most important skills in 2019 to start a business? So I don't think they're that different from 1950. I think the most important thing in business is the ability to network. A lot of people do well in school, high school, university, whatever. They get great grades, and then they graduate and they don't understand why their friends who spent a lot of time partying at the schools they went to and got bad grades, why are their friends more successful? It's because their friends, had a well-balanced education. Not only did they get good enough grades, whatever, but they socialized a lot and they networked a lot and they played in the sandbox a lot, so to speak. And a great entrepreneur, a great business person, and a great CEO all have one thing in common. They're great salespeople. They have great networking skills. And so, business is about relationships first and product knowledge second. Always, always, always. Remember that. Networking is everything in business. And you can always go to my website, harounventures.com, and read my networking book. It's a free download. But this is a 200-page free book with a couple hours of YouTube videos I created for you that teaches you how to network from scratch. And it kills me because when I first started working for other people and other companies, I didn't understand it. I would keep my head down and work really, really hard. And I thought, like in school, if you work hard and get good grades, then you get rewarded. And I didn't get promoted. I got passed over once or twice. I eventually got promoted. But I figured that if you want to get promoted, obviously you have to network and get mentors in your company, but you have to ask for promotion. If you want to get a raise, you have to ask for a raise as well. And your homework, all of you today, is to go to YouTube and do a search on 3 words: Steve Jobs ask. And that was the brilliance of Steve Jobs. He was great at networking, and he could be a people person as well with people outside of Apple. No, you got to network a lot and network aggressively in order to be extraordinarily successful in business. And you got to be resilient as well. You got to be like a pit bull in a pork chop and keep bouncing back, and don't give a damn what other people think of you, within reason, obviously, but you're going to fail a lot. And if you don't fail a lot, you'll never be successful. And you'll fail a lot and keep failing over and over and over again. If you try, and if you tell yourself, I don't give a damn what people think of me. Successful entrepreneurs, they don't care what people think of them. People think they're crazy. And right now for me, people think I'm crazy. Like, I have hedge funds and mutual funds calling me saying, Chris, are you done with this teaching thing? Do you want to come back? I'm like, no, and I don't care. Thank you for calling, but I don't care what people think of me. I don't care. I just want to do what I want to do. I want to be what I want to be. I want to do me. You do you. And just do what you're most passionate about in life, and don't care what anybody else thinks. And you'll be extraordinarily successful. And the second you start chasing money, you'll lose your dreams and your money. But if you chase your dreams and you're willing to fail a bunch of times, which I hope you do, please fail a lot. If you chase your dreams, not only will they become true, but the money will eventually come accidentally. Do what you love, and you'll never have a job for the rest of your life. All right. But in terms of other skills to learn, look, I think that I look at everything on a 5 to 10 year basis, every stock, every investment, every opportunity. So in 5 years, will technology skills be more important or less relevant? Obviously, much more important. I think you got to learn how to embrace social media as well. I think you got to use YouTube. And for those of you that have not checked out my YouTube course, please do so. It's called the Complete YouTube Course. And I met this incredible woman on this call, who I've never met in real life, actually, but I just met her on this call. She lives in Indonesia. Her name is Sasha Stevenson. And she's a full-time YouTuber. She has over 100 million views, and she's figured out YouTube. And she gave me advice on my YouTube videos. I met her on week number 10 on this call, and I said, thank you. Do you want to do a course together? Right? She gave, and I gave as well. Giving you will receive. It's been true and prophetic since the beginning of time. But you got to learn how to embrace social media. And YouTube, which I talk about in my Complete YouTube course a lot, YouTube is the only gold rush in history where it costs you nothing to make the product All you need is an Android handset or Apple or iOS. It costs you nothing to make the product, and you can get access to billions of customers immediately. Immediately. That's the only gold rush in history where that's possible. And I think we're all going to look back, 10 years from now and say this was the golden age of YouTube content. And every video I make, and I don't do it for the money. I love what I do, please. But every video I make, I kind of think of as a long-term franchise, like it's a coffee shop or a Subway franchise. They're all going to make money longer term. And they're generating revenue now. I don't care, whatever, pennies in the dollar, but it doesn't matter to me. But you got to embrace social media a lot. And you got to be thought of as a thought leader. And I want you to own your market. I want you to own it. And I want you to write often. Okay. And I used to have my own ink column. And my editor at the time told me that, Chris, when you write, don't write more than 3 sentences per paragraph. Make the title catchy and write at an 8th grade level. And I thought, dude, what the hell, 8th grade level? And he was like, well, think about it. It's like People magazine versus The Economist, right? What's more enjoyable to read? That sort of thing. So, and it's easy for me to write at 8th grade level anyway. But if you want more tips, by the way, on how to write like a journalist, you can just go to YouTube and do a search on my vlog on writing skills or how to write. And I share with you 14 tips on how to write like a professional journalist. But you got to own your market. You got to create a lot of content. You got to vlog every now and then. I've got another course coming out I'm really, really excited about. It's called the Video Production Masterclass, the complete video camera course. And I teach you how to create a studio like this or a backdrop like this. It's easy to do. It's really, really cheap. So all I did was, and you don't need expensive equipment, please, at all. And I teach you how to do it with really, really cheap lights from a company called Westcott Basics. But if you create a backdrop like this, and this is not a real brick wall, it's just cardboard. I bought them for dirt cheap at a hardware store here in America called Home Depot. But I'll teach you in that course how to set something up like this at your home so that you can look professional. Because I think in the future is now, a lot more business meetings and interviews will be done online like this. And it'd be awesome if you can impress the heck out of the people that you're doing a webcast with or an online call or a Skype interview with. If you can impress the heck out of them with something like this, it doesn't cost much at all. And I teach you how to do it on the cheap with any camera. That's right, any camera from scratch through this course, Video Production Masterclass, the complete video camera course.